Hello everyone. This is Murtaza, and today I'm supposed to talk for the first time about the project which I started back in 2010 with the help of Nabil, Dimitri, and Anwar. So this is a project which we are aiming to develop clinics in Afghanistan, Nepal, and other South Asian countries. But I just have to take my... Can you do it? Cool. No, I can help. We have... Here. Cool. Thanks. So just to give a quick background about what happened or what's going on in Asia regarding drugs. And so this is something which is least spoken in any kind of meetings we attend, or even in CND, the United Nations biggest meeting for drugs. So the problem is discussed that Asian countries, in particular Afghanistan, Nepal, and the Golden Triangle, is only the producer of drugs. So they are supposed to be considered as the source of problem, where the fact in the society is that people use drugs there as well, and they are severely addicted. For example, in 2005 in Afghanistan, we had 120,000 drug users, heroin users. Over a period of 4 years, it increased into 140%. And then now we have 3.5 million drug users, heroin addicted. So it's still no discussion. Still nobody talks about problems existing. For example, Nepal is struggling now with heroin addiction and amphetamine addiction together. So it's a huge market now. So such issues exist. And should I play? Okay, cool. So I'll just make it here. So, and then that's how the idea of this Ibogaine happened. And he said, of course, not believing Ibogaine as a magic pill or whatever we call it, but as another option to places where there are more a structure of family support, there are more structure of society support, plus a lot of discrimination with it. So, for example, if a child is a drug addict in Nepal or Afghanistan, what happens is most of the families kicks them out of the house. And some families even read the funeral of their children, that they think that he's dead. Why? Because there's no real treatment available to consider it as a pragmatic or evidence-based treatment. For example, Afghanistan has a 3-week simple detoxification, very classic 1950 style, which is just symptomatic treatment for withdrawals. Same with Nepal. We have methadone. Methadone is really small in terms of its scale-up. So we need other options because there are more and more drug users are happening, and there's children are getting addicted to. So this project is mainly about... So what is the protocol of Ibogaine that we want to follow in that region? So first, we have an idea of to make it very low threshold, really not very medicalized or very institute of medicine, but it's more like a mixture of a medical team, community themselves, drug users, and then peer educators, and then we will have psychosocial counselors. So that's the main idea of having a clinic or a center. We would even call it a center where it can support drug users with drug users themselves. It won't be like a very hierarchical, doctor-oriented clinics, but more like grassroots activities with drug users after each session they leave. And then the whole philosophy behind our centers would be harm reduction. We will only, we just promote harm reduction with Ibogaine and other treatment options. So there will be definitely a lot of education, information, harm reduction knowledge about Ibogaine, how to use it and how to deal with it, and other risks involved in it. So that it's more of a harm reduction to us in that country than a drug treatment. So we need to do the harm reduction. Or in new words, we can say to maximize the benefits of Ibogaine, which is supposedly a drug, but it has a lot of benefits. So, I mean, these are the words which we tend to. We're fine, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. I'm going. Okay. No problem. I'm done. So that's our whole protocol, and then what we have at current. In November, we are going to treat 5 demonstration treatments for Afghanistan in front of the Ministry of Public Health, which Anwar Jiwa will come to support us with that. Plus, the idea behind it is to also create a documentary about it, or some kind of a video which can promote future implication of Ibogaine as a legal medicine for opiate addiction. And in Nepal, currently we have a licensed, prescribed license of Ibogaine. So we are working to build the infrastructure. And also to raise money to find a lot equipments and stuff. So this is the status which we are at, and so hopefully by November you will hear more about our project which is going on. Yeah, thanks.